Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the digital asset investor, and XRP is on the move. $2.81. I think that the market is starting to figure out what's coming. This is classic. Donald Trump has hung his mugshot right out in the hallway. I'm betting it's right outside the hallway of the Oval Office. Classic. If I saw this right here and I was the corrupt people that have gone after him all these years, this would make me very nervous, because what that is a daily reminder every time he walks out of that office of what they tried to do to him and the illegal means that they used to do it. This guy is coming for those people. You can just smell it, and they deserve it. Just like this. Listen to this. This is Laura Loomer. Now, Laura Loomer, she's big time, okay? 1.4 million followers. She worked with James O'Keefe, the guy that does the undercover videos, got a 1.4 million following, and is connected to the Trump, communicates with the Trump administration. I have a feeling, because James O'Keefe saw the Rigged from the Start movie on the Eathgate, and I have a feeling that James O'Keefe has probably given her a lot of the information she has to now tell people what Bill Hinman has been up to.
He was donating to Joe Biden, this Bill Hinman guy. He was donating to Joe Biden while he was still working for President Trump's SEC in Trump's first term. And then after January 6th, he donated to Jamie Raskin.
Do you remember in the first Trump administration, he put all these people in the administration on referrals from, the standard Republicans or whatever. And in that first term, he didn't realize that a lot of these guys were not for him. They were working against him, leaking things and all sorts of things. He learned in that first administration just how it was a uniparty. Both sides of the aisle were deep state types. Well, keep listening.
And you can see here, this is an FEC record that shows that he donated to, and that's after he was at the SEC. He then went to Simpson Thacher, a law firm, and he donated $1,500 in March of 2021. And March of 2021 is when the J6 committee was ramping up their efforts to encourage FBI raids against Trump supporters, and also the deplatforming and the persecution of Donald Trump. So this guy now is aligning with David Sachs, and he works for Mark Andreessen, who has been spending most of his time at Mar-a-Lago. So if Mark Andreessen truly cares about President Trump and he truly cares about America first, why does he have this guy, Bill Hinman, working for him when Bill Hinman was literally undermining Donald Trump while he was working for Trump by donating to his political opposition and then funding members of the J6 committee? And of course, Mark Andreessen has me blocked, okay? He's a total loser. The guy has me blocked, like all these other big tech billionaire losers. I don't care how much money you have. He's a loser. He's never, ever once replied to any of my tweets in which I've posted these receipts. The guy is a loser. And if I was involved in Trump's vetting team, and I clearly don't work for President Trump, although I'm in regular contact with his team and with his staff at the White House, I would not be allowing these people anywhere near President Trump, or I would at least be making demands that individuals be fired if they were going to be occupying time at my residence. Like, you're going and spending time at the president's home, and yet you're employing somebody that donated to the J6 committee, who supported and led the impeachments against President Trump.
And this right here, this post being protected, this has been this way for a long time. This is not as a result of her thing, even though I wish it was, but he has had his tweets protected for a long time, because he knows what will happen to his comment section if he ever opens that up. I've been posting receipts from the XRP Army and ETHgate all about the MoneyGram and the timelines. We've got a John Deaton tweet, got the Ethereum stuff, the Chinese connections, a lot of the things that we uncovered. I encourage everybody to comment under with all kinds of ETHgate evidence about Bill Hinman underneath her thread to help her out. She's an investigative journalist. Looks like Ryan Selkis slipped up here to me. Ripple ended up effectively killed in 2018 to 2020. Stablecoins burst onto the scene in 2018. Ethereum scaled and its dynamism, ecosystem, and customer base, actual retail, helped ERC stablecoins negate XRP's institutional potential. Let me translate, Ryan. Through regulatory capture with a lot of your buddies, they tried to stop Ripple and XRP. And in 2018, they tried to give Ethereum and Bitcoin a monopoly with Bill Hinman's ETHgate speech, Ethereum Free Pass. And then Bill Hinman made sure, based on Eleanor Terrett's reporting, she had a source, that Bill Hinman, who had already left the SEC, came back to make sure that the Ripple lawsuit was filed. The lawsuit was a weapon, just like John Deaton said, but they never saw the XRP Army coming. We won, you lost, lock in losers. Look, the crypto propaganda media is alive and well. Look at this. Weiss Crypto retweets Ryan Selkis. A favorable regulatory shift doesn't suddenly create a strong use case for XRP, and limited real-world utility has been its fundamental issue since inception. No, regulatory capture, let me correct you, Weiss, regulatory capture has been the fundamental issue since inception. Dirty Gary Gensler, you remember that, Gary's calendar, how while he was in office, there was always at least 6 months worth of calendar entries missing. Well, those calendar entries are now live. Do you remember this from James Filan? This was in January, right as Gary Gensler's going out the door. Better Markets filed an amicus brief in support of the SEC against Ripple. Well, guess who Gary Gensler met with just a few days later on January 8th, 2025? That would be Better Markets and all of their legal securities guys, who probably, if I had to bet, I haven't looked, but if you looked, let's look right now. The names are Stephen Hall. Let's see if these are the guys that were on that filing. Ben Schifrin, Brady Williams, Caleb Keeble. These are all the lawyers for Better Markets, it looks like. Let's see if we recognize any of those same names in the filing. Maybe they don't put their names to it so that they can have plausible deniability. Not sure how that works, but let's see. Look at this. Jim Davies, Stephen Hall, Brady Williams. Now let's go back to it. Stephen Hall, Brady Williams, right there. I mean, it's right there in your face. This is pure corruption. I mean, unbelievable. I'm going to have to screenshot those things off of that. I mean, unbelievable. The new chairman of the CFTC is an expert in derivatives regulation from subjective views. This is Brian Quintance. Remember what Kendra Hill said about XRP Ledger's always been about the derivatives? I do. President Trump's crypto czar, David Sachs, says some important announcement on digital assets are coming soon. Eleanor Terrett, some SEC staffers in the divisions of trading and markets actually held a staking webinar with some leading players this week, I'm told. Meanwhile, the crypto task force has been asking industry for input issues it wants to see them engage in. New York Stock Exchange has filed a proposal to allow staking for Grayscale's Ethereum ETF. Here it comes, folks, the Holy Grail. Look at this. Unfortunately for Ryan Selkis, they're not in Congress, they're not listening to his whiny, you know what, but, okay? This is Bill Huizinga. So glad to be a part of these important conversations, both now and over the years. And thanks for you and your team's engagement over the years, Brad Garlinghouse. We are within striking distance. That means XRP in striking distance, folks. Write it down. And then we have this 21 shares XRP ETFs filing acknowledged by the SEC. That's the second acknowledgement. And we've got another ETF filing. Check this out. Ethereum filed on January 21st, 2025. XRP ETF heating up. Okay, we're going to talk in DAI XRP. I'm going to show you some things I can't show you out here, and we're going to talk XRP price. We're going to talk about a lot of other stuff. I'm a digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Here we go.